there's no stream available.
Gotcha.
So I think this is on Misha, so if anybody wants to log in there and watch it.
Now, if we tip the ball out of bounds, shouldn't we get the arrow?
Good question. Yeah, it should be Sarcoxie's possession. So our arrow.
That's what I thought, but they've got it wrong at the table.
Heckmaster on the ball. Cougars in a 2-3. Ball swung over to number 2, that's Swain. Drive into the basket. The follow by Chrisman is good, number 33. Walker gets all the way to the basket. Draws the foul on the floor, it looks like.
It's a good job getting the ball quickly ahead, leaving that lane as they were slow getting back, and they grabbed him on the way by.
Inbounded by Walker to Quaddy at the elbow. Dribble handoff to Schumacher. He gets into the paint, kicks it back to Dickens. Into the short corner for Stanton, short on the floater. Dickens gets the ball, double roll, can't get it to fall. Bears quickly up ahead, and good finish by Heckmaster.
Schumacher did a good job by not drawing the foul, but they did a good job still finishing the layup.
Stanton on the wing, over to Quaddy up top. Dribble handoff again by Walker. Off-ball screen. Foul called on Stanton.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe it was on Stanton, which was...
Stanton steps in to deflect the ball out of bounds. Will stay Bears ball.
They're really wanting to force that pass to the side. We've gotten several tips, just can't seem to corral it, but we're able to knock it out of bounds.
Swain over to Heckmaster. That's 10 Caddick on the ball. Schumacher defending. Swain being defended by Dickens. Over to the right side to Heckmaster. He holds, looks inside to the elbow. Dickens gets his hand in there. Quaddy on the floor, gets the jump, and will be Bears ball. There's some discussion on that on the initial tip.
He's going to check it now because he remembers he's the one that called it out of bounds on us and gave them the tip. There you go. Luckily, the referee remembered it hadn't been long enough that he was the one that called it the first possession, so luckily he's the one that corrected the board.
Walker inbounds to Quaddy. Bears picking up full court. 33 Chrisman up top. Walker gets it ahead to Stanton. Into Quaddy. Quaddy to the low block. Kick back to the corner for Stanton. Pass off the mark. Stanton couldn't handle it below his knees. And turnover to the Bears. Dribble handoff action up top by the Bears. Over back up to Heckmaster. Backdoor pass and good finish by Smith. Cougars quickly up ahead. Quaddy baseline drive. Kicked back to Dickens. Over to Schumacher. Schumacher baseline. Gets all the way across the paint. Kicks it to Stanton. Back to Dickens. Dickens drives in. Leaves it for Quaddy. Quaddy rises up and can't get the finish as Smith pulls down the rebound. He leaves it for Swain to bring into the front court for the Bears. It's over to Caddick. Smith drives into the paint, kicks it back. Caddick with his left, over to Swain. Dickens defending, count going. And carry called. Got a really tight view here. I don't even think I had him in frame.
Caddick got away with a travel there at the top of the key anyway, so it's turnover.
Walker brings it up center court. Schumacher on the left wing. Over to Walker, three-point line, back to the elbow, up top to Schumacher. Schumacher kicks it out to Stanton. Walker can't handle the pass. Up ahead by Caddick, and the Cougars are able to knock it out of bounds. Will stay Bears ball.
We're being a little careless.
Stolen away by the Cougars. Dickens to Quaddy for the dunk.
Finally had to get all the way where we could dunk the ball to get the basket opened up.
Smith drives in. Walker pulls down the rebound. He pushes. Into the corner for Dickens for three. Off the mark as Swain pulls it down. Up ahead to Caddick. Pump fake and finish. Cougars quickly out again into Stanton. And Stanton scores. The Bears want to slow it down, so when the Cougars can speed it up, that's really to their advantage.
Yeah, when we can push the ball and get out ahead, there a couple times we were trying to push, and it was 1-on-5 and 1-on-2-on-5, and we took a shot.
Pass across to Swain. He drives baseline and draws the foul on Caleb Quaddy.
When we push it up with more favorable numbers, then it has a lot better result for us.
Swain at the line to shoot two. Makes them both 10-4 lead. Up to Schumacher. Into the front court, up over to Miller. Miller in the game. Miller subbed in for Stanton and Buchanan for Dickens. Back up to Schumacher at the top of the key. He back dribbles to reset.
Looks like Sarcoxie switched to a 1-3-1 here.
Walker in the corner, back to Quaddy, over to Miller on the right wing. Into the corner, Miller finds Walker. Walker sets up for three. Off the backboard, long rebound. Buchanan is able to poke it away, gets it to Quaddy underneath. Quaddy goes up strong and finishes. (10-6). Bears holding the 4-point lead. Heckmaster on the ball. He'll dribble back up, gives it to Smith. Over to Caddick, back to Smith in the corner. Walker defending on ball. Heckmaster rises up, can't get the roll, and Buchanan pulls down the rebound. Quaddy quickly up ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher drives baseline, finds an angle. Oh, no call as Quaddy gets the rebound and draws the foul. Quaddy will go to the line to shoot two. Schumacher was a little off balance there. That may be why he didn't get the foul call.
Yeah, it just looked a little awkward, but he still looked like he got fouled to me. But he kind of stumbled going in. I don't know whether he slipped a little bit, but he just was not in complete control.
Quaddy a little short on the first, can't get it to fall. Burns and Dickens checking in the game as Walker and Schumacher take a break. Stanton's at the table, will check in for Quaddy if he makes the free throw. Misses them both. Caddick pulls down the rebound. Quaddy steals. Can't find an angle. Falls to Burns. Burns leaves it for Miller down low and finishes.
Nice play. Good hustle by the Cougars. Coach is not happy about that and going to get a timeout.
When you can press off of a missed shot, that's really an effective press because
they're not expecting it at all.
Yeah, they're not set for the press break. So Sarcoxie uses a timeout.
Just kind of a heads-up play. Quaddy went ahead and hassled them since he missed the free throw. Burns was headed down, and then he saw that they were having trouble, so then he kind of waited and hung out. Miller did too. And that gave him a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 advantage there. Looks like they're going to press them out of the timeout now. Looks like Quaddy got his break with the timeout they called, so Stanton checked in for him.
Sarcoxie gets the ball in. Into the front court.
Traveled, yeah. He forgot to put the ball down when he first took a step.
See if I can connect to Facebook and stream it on Facebook after the quarter ends. Into the corner for Miller, open for three. Fight for the rebound. Whoa. And I don't know about that. Two Sarcoxie players knocked it out.
Yeah, it was those two battling against each other.
Sarcoxie inbounds, Burns defending. Caddick over to Heckmaster. Heckmaster looks to get the edge.
Oh, he dribbled it out of bounds. We'd have had a turnover
line.
anyway, either way, so that's good. Zero subbed out for number 5 came into the game for Sarcoxie.
Dickens into the front court to Burns on the wing. Miller hanging out in the corner. Up top to Yukon, all the way over to Dickens on the right side.
Looks like they've switched to man now.
Miller finds Stanton at the elbow.
Nice.
Good bank shot. Tie game.
Burns set the screen. Stanton went around it. They kind of do that double screen play.
Into the corner for number 5, Malati. Back to him. Floater off the backboard strong. Goes out of bounds. Will be Cougars ball.
Good.
Starting group subbing back in for the Cougars. Quaddy, Schumacher, and Walker back in the game, now tied at 10. Walker carrying up middle, Caddick defending. Stanton and Quaddy come on the double screen. Walker goes left, sets up for three. Quaddy's there in position.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't get the foul call.
Like a lot of arm whacking there.
Smith leaves it
way out there.
For number 2, Swain on the three-pointer. Cougars get the rebound, up edge to Schumacher, bounce pass to Dickens, and Dickens finishes.
Nice job. Way to run the break there.
Cougars' first lead of the game now, 12-10 as the quarter is coming to an end. 15 seconds left. Malati on the ball on the left. Over to Caddick. Caddick holds. 7 seconds to play. Swain kicks it back to Caddick.
2 seconds.
Floater doesn't get the bounce, and that will do it for the first.
We were down 10-4 for a lot of the quarter, and then our pressure got to them. We got some quick buckets and ended up leading at the quarter then 12-10. Did you say you're going to be able to try to go to Facebook?
I don't know the password. I'm trying to get the password from Judah so I can log into Facebook.
Oh, gotcha. Be Sarcoxie's ball coming out. As they got the possession arrow fixed. Oh, heads up.
All right, second quarter underway. Trap comes. They're able to break through it. Swain drives into the elbow. Shot fake. down low for Smith, and he scores to tie the game. Cougars quickly up ahead. Schumacher into the corner for Walker. Walker back to Schumacher. Over to Dickens. Dickens takes the three, and he gets it.
Yeah, man-to-man that they're playing against us is actually better for us because a lot of times we struggle against a zone for a while. It just causes us to have more action.
Caddick over to 33, Chrisman. Down low, deflected away by the Cougars. Stanton comes away with the loose ball. Up ahead to Dickens. Dickens drives baseline, Euro step, takes the contact, and comes away empty-handed as the Bears bring it into the front court. Swain on the ball. Over to Caddick on the right. Swain tries to enter it into Smith. Smith finds an angle. Quaddy commits the foul.
It's going to be Quaddy's second foul now, early in the second quarter. Looks like Coach Harrell's going to visit with him and ask him about it.
Off the right side of the rim on the first. Makes the second. Into the corner for Schumacher, back up top to Stanton at the top of the key. Dickens to Stanton, he pushes through and draws the foul on the floor.
On the floor, yeah, he called on the floor.
Walker gets into Quaddy at the elbow, dribble handoff to Schumacher. He looks down low for Stanton. Stanton, tough shot, can't get it. Quaddy gets pushed off the ball, is able to get the rebound still. Walker, a little flat on the floater. Quaddy pulls down the rebound and gets the roll.
Count it. Yeah, Quaddy, I think, originally was trying to throw it off of one of them and luckily threw it hard enough that it went all the way through all the Sarcoxie players, and Walker came up with it.
Quaddy's long on the free throw. Heckmaster comes away with the ball. I believe that was knocked off Quaddy's foot last.
Did look like it, yeah.
Into Swain, Dickens deflects it. Looks for the entry inside, knocked off Walker's foot, called for the kick. And will be Sarcoxie's ball underneath. Heckmaster inbounding. All the way up top to Swain. Good find down low to number 3, Garrison.
Sucked them all to the side he was driving to and knew where his guy was going to be.
Walker gets all the way to the basket and draws the foul.
And made a nice dish over to him then for the finish.
Walker good on the first. Good rotation on that free throw.
So I think that was our first made one, right? Quaddy's the only other one that shot.
Makes them both. That sounds right. I don't remember another shooter. Heckmaster inbounds to Swain. Dickens gets the steal, quickly gets it to Quaddy. Quaddy spins, gets to the basket, and scores. Probably got fouled, no call.
It looked like it definitely got fouled as well. He hung and powered through it, so that way he was still able to finish his shot. But
yeah, they called Quaddy for the touch foul on the other side.
Yeah.
And then
he gets hammered pretty good. I suppose it just all depends on which referee's underneath. Always makes a difference. coach called another quick timeout. That was their second timeout that they've used now.
Cougars have extended to a 6-point lead after a slow start.
It's like they're backing off to their half-court trap now, the Cougars are.
Swain with the ball. Quaddy up top. Dickens comes on the trap. Gets it to Malade at the elbow. Looks back door for Everts. And they reset up top. Over to Heckmaster. All the way over. Bad pass. Walker gets the steal.
Tiptoes down the line to stay in.
Bounce pass to Dickens. Kicks it out to Stanton for three. In and out as Swain pulls down the rebound. Onto the right side for Heckmaster. Swain drives in. Stanton gets the rebound. No call again. That's a foul, guys. Let's go. Stanton baseline.
Ooh, tough shot.
Everts gets the rebound up to Heckmaster. And Heckmaster finishes.
It's one of those where referee was already looking down court whenever they fouled them the last time.
Reset up to Dickens. Stanton looks for the cut. Up top to Schumacher at the key. Finds Walker to Schumacher on the cut. And back to 6-point lead for the Cougars. Swain walks it up. Over to Malete. Into the corner, trap comes and knocked off the Bears.
It's going to stay Bears ball, though. They're going to say it was off Cougars.
Miller and Yukonaw subbing in for Quaddy and Dickens. That's a little bit different rotation than normally come in for those two, isn't it?
Yes. Quaddy maybe they're protecting him since he's got 2 fouls. Full timeout by the Cougars here.
All right. Is Melissa Miller in the house?
A lot of the Cougar fans are over there.
Melissa, you know the Facebook login? Miss Melissa. Do you know the Facebook login? Do you know the Booster Club Facebook login? Do you know the Booster Club Facebook login? Do you know the Booster Club Facebook login? They have YouTube blocked. They have YouTube blocked here, so I was trying to stream it on Facebook. Maybe we can get it at halftime. All right, back to the action. Down low gets the bucket. Walker up ahead. Into the corner for Schumacher. Up top to Miller, over to Yukonaw. At the elbow, Stanton kicks it back to Yukonaw. Walker on the wing. Miller holds, finds Stanton at the elbow. Kicks it up to Schumacher. Spin move, kicks it out to Yukonaw. And gets called for the carry on the spin. What do you think?
I did not see a carry on the spin.
Cougars in full court. Pass up ahead. That's Phillips. Loses it out of bounds. Will stay Sarcoxie ball. 4-point lead for the Cougars. Stanton gets the steal. Up ahead to Miller. Miller goes in, draws the foul, and finishes.
Nice play.
He'll get a chance to complete the three-point play. I'm going to take a look at that on replay. Burns, Smith, and Quaddy coming in the game.
Looks like Colson Dickens will check in if Miller makes this, completes the three-point play. There it is.
Largest lead of the day for the Cougars with a 7-point lead. A little over 3 minutes left in the first half. Cougars still in a full court trap. Smith cuts off Swain. Swain picks it up, gets it to Heckmaster. Quaddy deflects to Burns. Dickens gets it, leaves it for Quaddy. And they get the finish. 9-point lead now. That's number 3, Garrison up ahead. Leaves it for Phillips. Phillips can't handle the pass. Kicks it back out to Swain. Swain for 3. Short, long rebound goes to Smith. Smith pushes, step through with the left, can't get the finish. Garrison tries to pass out ahead. Burns tips it away. Quaddy to Burns in the corner for 3. Short. Smith and Swain fight for the rebound. Swain's able to come away with it. Swain up ahead, Burns riding him. Swain, good find down low, but number 33, Chrisman, can't finish, and the Cougars pull it down. Dickens up top. Quaddy setting the screen in action. Dickens denies it, gives it to Smith. Smith back up to the top. Burns in the corner. Pass to Burns. He dribbles it up. Quaddy comes on the ball screen. Burns into the paint. Floater is good. Now double-digit lead for the Cougars, 30-19. Heckmaster on the ball, into Swain, back to Heckmaster, Smith defending. Up top to Garrison. Into Phillips, and Burns comes over.
He's going to get the foul on him. Got there a second too late.
Stanton, Walker, and Schumacher checking back into the game. Sarcoxie on a stack at the elbow. They got a shot. Walker loses his balance. Schumacher's there to recover it. Schumacher back to Walker at the top of the key, long 2. In and out. Dickens is there for the rebound and draws the foul, or commits the foul.
Commits the foul, yeah. He's going to be called for a push from behind.
Boy, it looked like Dickens had both hands on that ball. Heckmaster up ahead into the corner for Garrison, and he gets the 3. I'm sorry, Chrisman. Schumacher all the way to the basket, too hard off the glass. Garrison pulls down the rebound, up to Swain. Looks inside, Dickens is there to get the steal, over to Walker. Walker has Heckmaster there, but Walker gets through. He carries it to the middle. Finger roll in and out. Phillips fights for the rebound. Dickens steps in and bounces away. Dickens gets his own rebound and resets up top. Over to Stanton. Stanton drives in. Spin move. Gets the, can't get the roll. Hit the rim twice.
Yeah.
And outlet to the Bears. Swain gets the carry.
Travel. Should be a travel when he never puts it back down, actually.
Yeah. That ref's struggling today. Help him out, Alex. He's struggling.
Ref didn't like the call, or the Sarcoxie coach didn't like the call. He traveled, but he just didn't carry the ball because you got to dribble again if you're going to double dribble or carry.
Walker to Schumacher at the top. Spins back to Walker. Kicks it out to Dickens. Dickens baseline. Very physical game.
Very physical.
Up to Dickens.
We're struggling a little on our spacing. There's the roll.
Quaddy, good body control. Got grabbed on the arm, no call, and still is able to finish. 1 second remaining. Heckmaster
doesn't get it off
at the buzzer, and the Cougars go into halftime with a 10-point lead.
Getting some
set.
good activity with subbing that they're doing in. We're getting fresh legs in there, and our press seems to be able to stay after them, and it's giving Sarcoxie trouble. We went through a couple of little short bursts there and got some multiple turnovers with our pressure then, and was able to extend the lead out both times then. We caught up and went ahead the last time we did it, and then we went up double digits after the second time we did it. So it's good to see them all working together well. Schumacher, Colson takes a 3. What's it on Facebook? Under your page?
Yeah. All right, Walker up ahead. Cougars holding the 10-point lead into the second half here. Up to Stanton at the top, over to Dickens on the left side. Dickens flips it to Schumacher. He drives in. Quaddy sets a screen at the elbow, kicks it to Walker in the corner. Walker to the elbow, rises up and fires. Stanton on the backside, fights for the rebound. Knocked off of Heckmaster, will stay Cougars ball. Dickens to Stanton. Stanton floater, gets it.
Good patience there by the Cougars.
Cougars still in a full court press. Ball up ahead to Swain. Stanton holds there to try to draw the charge. Swain rises up over him but can't get the finish. And Smith pulls down the rebound, kicks it back to Heckmaster for the 3. He drains it. Walker up to Schumacher. Schumacher tries to find Quaddy on the flip, but throws it over his head. Inbounded by the Bears, up ahead to Swain. Smith gets to the basket and foul called on Quaddy, I believe. Let's see who they give it to. Nope, they gave it to Stanton.
That's his second. That would have been Quaddy's third if it would have been on him.
Smith makes the first one. 8-point lead for the Cougars. Makes them both. Oh. What are we doing? Why is...
Just careless there.
Inbounded by the Bears. Over to Heckmaster. Back up top to Swain. Heckmaster over to Swain.
Dickens about got in there and knocked it loose.
Into the corner for the Bears. Heckmaster rises up from 15. Stanton, good job boxing out on the backside, pulls down the rebound. Up ahead to Walker, goes through to Dickens. Over to Stanton at the top of the key, back to Dickens. He resets over to Walker. Quaddy flashes high. Dickens on the left wing. Walker looks for Quaddy, over to Schumacher. To Walker, looking in for Quaddy. Dickens takes the 3, and he gets it.
Nice hit. Good patience. I think they were really wanting to get it in Quaddy in the middle there for that little jumper he takes, and just
Schumacher gets the steal and finishes. 12-point lead again for the Cougars. Swain up ahead. Stanton get it, good hands, deflects it away to Quaddy. Quaddy to Dickens. Dickens finishes.
Yeah, they had 1-on-3 and didn't finish. We had 1-on-3 and was able to convert the basket. Good hands by Stanton, though, with 1-on-3. Anticipated that pass, he was going to kick it and got his hand out there in the passing lane and turned it around for us.
All right, so we have the second half now on Facebook. I believe it's working. Sorry for everyone that's was trying to tune in on YouTube. They have YouTube restricted here in the gym, which I wasn't aware of until too late. So we do have the first half recorded. We'll post it when this game is done. But hopefully everything's working on Facebook now. It's always something, you know.
Oh, yeah. But I guess we'll have to remember that now for the rest of the tournament games here. We won't be able to expecting to be on YouTube. Back to our half-court trap.
Trapped with Quaddy and Schumacher. He's able to get through to Smith. Smith backdoor pass to number 33, Chrisman, but he can't handle it. Out of bounds to the Cougars.
Just doing a little man press there.
Dickens all the way up, rises up for the shot. Stanton gets the offensive rebound, and second chance gets it to fall.
Just padding his stats with rebounds. And
Smith backdoor pass to number 10, Caddick. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Delayed call, and if anything, Quaddy, if it stays standing a lot of times on big guys like that, they will go ahead and call you the block even if you are the one just standing there, and that's where it does take some, not necessarily acting, but absorbing that call and going ahead and falling.
That's just a brutal call. Makes them both. 14-point lead for the Cougars. That was Quaddy's third, so he's subbed out. Miller and Yukina in the game. Dickens also subbed out.
Got him with a touch foul that time.
Call on Heckmaster.
Hackmaster, I guess.
Heckmaster given a delay game warning for reaching over the inbound line. Into Walker, over to Schumacher on the right wing. Deflected away on the entry pass by Lambeth.
Their own guys knocked into each other and said that Miller grabbed it against his body for the double dribble.
Caddick over to Heckmaster. Back to Caddick on the right side. Into the low post. Yukina tries to draw the charge. And Chrisman rises up over him and gets the finish. 12-point lead now for the Cougars. Walker dribbles it up ahead. Caddick defending. Stanton comes up to set the ball screen. Walker to Schumacher. Schumacher fumbles it, is able to get it back, gets it to Miller up top. Over to Yukina on the left side. Yukina up to Schumacher, to Walker. Walker gets to the free throw line, kicks it over to Schumacher. Schumacher looking baseline. Finds Stanton on the cut. Stanton goes for the tough finish.
Oh, Stanton's back up. Looks like he hurt his back some, though.
Smith drives through, off the rim short. Loose ball goes to Caddick. He kicks it out into Heckmaster on the left side. Another offensive rebound. Caddick can't finish as Walker deflects it away. And Stanton can't handle the ball out of bounds. Will be Bears ball. Stanton, Walker, and Schumacher sub out as Burns, Dickens, and Quaddy re-enter the game.
Several offensive rebounds by them on that possession.
Swain into the corner for Lambeth. Burns gets called for the push.
Opposed to box out the wrong guy that time. He should have stayed on this side and boxed out the backside, but
Swain inbounding. Dickens gets in there and gets a deflection, but Smith's able to get back to it. High shot off the backside. Miller gets the rebound. Outlet to Yukonaw. Yukonaw up ahead to Quaddy. Back to Miller at the top of the key to Dickens on the right side. Lambeth defending. Dickens kicks it to Burns. Quaddy flashes to the elbow. Yukonaw to the wing. Burns running the screen through. Dickens gives it to Quaddy at the elbow. Back to Dickens. Over to Miller. Miller holds above his head. Gets it to Yukonaw. Burns on the left wing. Burns drives baseline. Tries to get it back to Yukonaw, but draws the foul first.
Not many fouls called in the third period here. That's only the 5th total for both teams, 3 and 2.
Inbound to Dickens. Quaddy holds back to Dickens on the left side. Dickens drives in, has a lane, gets all the way to the basket.
Nice. They just left that lane wide open. Oh, Burns and Quaddy converted but missed.
Smith up ahead to Chrisman, and he finishes. Burns quickly out to Dickens. Dickens pushes middle, looks down low for Yukonaw. Yukonaw gets it but can't finish. Gets it out to Dickens for 3. Long rebound. Miller's able to get it. Bounce pass to Quaddy, deflected away. Miller gets back to it. Spins away. Floater is long. And Miller gets called.
Pushing behind.
On the push. And 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bears into the middle to Smith. Into the corner for Phillips. I'm sorry, Lambeth. Stolen away by Dickens.
Going to hold for one shot here. They're going to come up and pressure him as long as he doesn't get a 5-second call.
Quaddy, turnaround jumper, soft off the glass. Gets the finish. Up ahead to Smith at the free throw line. Finds a spot to get through, draws the foul, and finishes through contact. Smith will go to the line to complete the three-point play. Foul called on Yukonaw.
Yeah, it was one of those hesitation moves where Burns and Yukonaw had cut him off.
Quaddy gets the rebound, up to Dickens. 3 seconds remaining. Dickens tries to find a spot to take the shot. And Sarcoxie fires at the buzzer. That will end the third quarter. Cougars hang into a 12-point lead.
It's one of those hesitation plays where you think you've got them stopped, and then when you back off, take a breath just for a second and go start to relocate, then they drive onto the basket. That's when Ethan got stuck with the foul and the bucket. Well, 2 points we gained in that quarter. It was kind of an ugly quarter. We had some runs where we looked really good, and then they got it back to an 8-point lead right out of the bucket. We went up to a 12-point lead and then went right down to an 8-point lead.
Inbound to start the fourth quarter. Deflected by Walker to Schumacher. Up ahead to Walker, and he's able to get the 2. Great way for the Cougars to start the fourth quarter. Again on the trap, Walker and Dickens there. Smith trying to find a spot, back dribbles. Quaddy steps in, and man, you know, that's just not the right play for Quaddy. That could have easily called that a foul.
Easily been a fourth foul there.
Heckmaster back into the backcourt for Swain to reset. Over to Heckmaster. Quaddy and Dickens come on the trap. Dickens gets the steal. Long and alley-oop jam off the backboard from Dickens to Quaddy. Cougar fans love it.
Yeah, that was definitely a intentional miss there, long and hard off the backboard. So it was well played.
Lambeth over to Swain, into Heckmaster. Heckmaster back to Swain. He pivots away. Stanton deflects the ball down low.
Travel. Hey, they did call one correctly.
So Garrison landed and fell to the ground, which is a travel by rule. Walker up into the front court, being defended by Swain. Over to Dickens on the left side. Dickens finds the lane. A lot of contact, called for the offensive foul. Miller will sub into the game for Dickens. It looked like there was a lot of contact before Dickens made contact with the third defender.
Yeah, there was 3 guys ended up being on him. 2 of them looked like they were pushing him right along into that, but
16-point lead for the Cougars, largest lead of the game.
I guess we should know by now, though, there has not been a lot of fouls called this game.
Lambeth over to Heckmaster. I mean, I don't know if that's really fair to say that there hasn't been a lot of fouls. There's been a lot of fouls not called, but there has been a lot of fouls called in addition to that. Sarcoxie's been in the bonus 2 quarters. Quaddy from 17, in and out. Miller there in position. Schumacher gets the loose ball and puts it back for 2. The Bears break the press. Smith up ahead. Stanton does a good job picking them up. Back to Swain for 3, and he gets it. Cougars can't handle the press and knocked off. The Cougars will be a Bears ball. Back to a 13-point lead. Stanton steals the inbound, looks up ahead, finds Miller. Miller all the way to the basket, off the bottom of the rim. Miller gets his own rebound. Called for being out of bounds, not reestablishing position. 5:46 left to play in the game. Smith open, finds Chrisman on the backside or on the block. Can't get the finish as the loose ball goes to Quaddy. Quaddy gets fouled by Swain. And the Cougars will inbound on the side. They're actually on the end line. Inbound to Stanton. Stanton dribbles up with his left. Swain riding him. Schumacher on the left wing. Over to Miller. Finds Schumacher on the cut. Back to Miller for 3. Short as Smith pulls it down. Looks up ahead. Finds Chrisman on the run. And Chrisman finishes. 11-point lead now for the Cougars. To Quaddy in the middle. Bears in the full court. Hands it off to Miller to Walker. Schumacher in the corner. He's asking for Schumacher to come to it. Finds Miller on the cut. Miller through Chrisman. Chrisman blocks it. Knocked off of Chrisman will stay Cougar ball. And Dickens subbing back in the game for Miller. You can also come in. We'll check in for Stanton. Quaddy at the elbow, leaves it for Dickens. He takes the three. In and out. Swain pulls down the rebound. Caddick brings it up, kicks it over to Swain. Swain flips it to Caddick on the left side. Into the corner for Smith. Back to Swain, up top to Caddick. Over to Lambeth, Schumacher defending. Walker tries to reach in, Caddick gets baseline. Floater is good. And the Bears have it back to a single-digit lead, 53-44. Smith picks up the blocking foul as Quaddy got the sideline. Walker inbounding on the sideline, finds Yukonah in the middle. Yukonah dribbles up, gives it to Schumacher. Schumacher comes back to the middle, finds a lane, gets all the way to the basket. Yukonah on the follow and can't get the finish, but drew the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, it was a nice drive with the lane, just couldn't finish. Need Ethan to make both of these to get it back to a double-digit lead here.
Burns and Stanton checking in for Quaddy and Walker.
Oh.
Misses them both, and Chrisman for the Bears brings it up in the front court over to Smith. Heckmaster to Swain. Looking for that entry by Smith, denied by Stanton. Swain finds Smith at the elbow. He turns, kicks it out to Heckmaster. One more to Caddick for three.
That looks
off the backboard. Oh. And Chrisman's there for the opportunistic follow. Burns up ahead to Dickens. He finds some space, kicks it to Schumacher on the wing. Short, he gets his own rebound at the elbow. Floater off the backboard is good.
Timeout by Coach Harrell, full timeout.
Bears have cut it to single digits. It was 16 points after Dickens went alley-oop off the backboard to Quaddy.
Yeah, that three-pointer you could tell was way off the mark as soon as that kid released it practically. But opportunistic, hard off the backboard, right into one of their guys' laps who could easily just put it right back up. Cut it to 7 there.
So Sarcoxie will have the ball with the end line after the timeout. Swain up ahead to Heckmaster. Entered into the short corner for Chrisman, and he gets it. Boy, that's the second time the Cougars have called a timeout after a make, and then Sarcoxie immediately comes out of the timeout and scores. Walker gets it deflected, but gets it back. Dickens pulls up the dribble, gives it to Walker. Walker baseline, finds the angle through contact.
Oh, Walker got a technical for...
Oops, sorry, we didn't have it on the shot. He missed the first.
Coach was wanting an explanation for what did he do.
Misses them both.
One of those where he gave him a little extra look. I don't think he said anything, but
Heckmaster looking down low for Crispin. Back to Swain. He takes the three. Air ball on the backside. Bears are able to get the rebound. That's Caddick. Finds Swain at the elbow. Backdoor pass to Crispin. And it's a 7-point lead. Stanton up ahead. Loses his dribble. Swain takes it. He's into transition. Again, Crispin down low. Dickens gets the rebound, gets pushed through, and wow.
Woo.
Schumacher will check in for Yukonaw. Walker back in the game for Burns. 2:19 left to play, 7-point lead for the Cougars. Into Dickens. Walker pulls up his dribble, finds Schumacher in the middle. Back to Walker. Cougars can afford to run a little clock. Caddick defending. Come on, ref. Into the corner for Dickens. 3-point shot off the rim. Heckmaster gets the rebound. Baseline drive kicked out to Heckmaster. Over to Swain. At the free throw line, kick to Caddick. One more to Heckmaster. Entered in. Stanton reads it and steals. Pulls it up before the timeline and into the front court to Walker. Walker holds. Into the corner for Schumacher. Schumacher dribbles back up, gives it to Stanton. 1:23 remaining, and the Cougars call a timeout. Each team now with 2 timeouts remaining. So it's been a very physical game.
Sometimes.
The body contact has largely gone unwhistled. But there's been quite a few fouls called in the game. I know you'd mentioned earlier that there wasn't. Of course, the reset of the quarters kind of is deceptive. Sarcoxie was in the bonus 2 quarters so far.
It's usually about the last minute of the game. Like right now, last quarter it was setting at the same thing, 2 and 3, and then all of a sudden you had multiple fouls called.
Into the corner to Miller, back to Schumacher. Looks inside for Quaddy, back to Stanton. Schumacher's wide open. He decides not to take it, drives in, leaves it for Quaddy. Quaddy rises up through contact, gets his own rebound, and finishes. 1 minute left, 9-point lead now for the Cougars. Swain up ahead. Swain takes the 3. Off the front of the rim, fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Will be Cougars ball. Walker in the game for Miller. Quaddy comes up to receive it. Walker dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. Heckmaster inbounds, finds Smith. Smith, tried to find Caddick, and Stanton was there to make the steal. Stanton, good hands today. Dickens looked for an angle, got to the basket, blocked by Chrisman. And will stay Cougars ball underneath. 37 seconds remaining. Cougars in a box, inbound. Gets it into Quaddy. Leaves it for Dickens. Dickens drives into the paint.
Oh, he traveled. Slid. They're going to draw travel or foul. Which one are they going to call?
Yeah, he got pushed into that.
Yep. Looked like he kind of slid, and then he also got pushed from behind to make it even worse.
Caddick on the right side to Swain. Into the short corner for Smith. He rises up. Long rebound goes to Stanton. Stanton into the front court, pulls it up, swings it across to Dickens. Under 20 seconds remaining, and Smith comes and commits the foul on Dickens. Now it's just a matter of making some, well, I guess.
Nope, still not there yet.
Yeah, well, there's not much time left to commit enough fouls, really. That's just the third team foul on the Bears.
They've got 4 on the scoreboard.
Oh, okay. They must have corrected that because I had it that way and switched it when I. Okay, so we are in the bonus. There's 15 seconds remaining. Stanton good on the first. Makes them both. Big free throws to make it an 11-point lead. Bears hold the clock. Heckmaster gets it at the midway line. Swain for 3. Rebound goes to Stanton, and that will do it. Stanton gets poked out from behind by Heckmaster. All right, sloppy game, but Cougars come away victorious, 11-point victory.
Yeah, not our best showing by any stretch of the imagination, but we never play as good whenever it gets really physical and a lot of non-foul calls. We're definitely not as a physical team as others are when they play that way.
Well, since we didn't get the first half on the stream, we'll go ahead and play the whole game recap instead of just the second half recap to close out the broadcast here. We'll know for next game on. Let's see. So since we won,
I believe we play Thursday, correct?
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket here. Okay, so we'll play Greenwood Thursday at 6:30 here at the McAuley gym. So we'll know for next time. We'll stream it on Facebook, and I'll try to do it on the Booster Club page. That way, it's easier to access. We'll send you through the recap here, and we'll catch you next time.